Welcome back, movie buffs, to Natty and Nigel at the Movies. I hope you all out there are enjoying our movie episodes. I know we are.
Yep, we enjoy making these for you, and I hope you are enjoying summer movies and enjoying summer fun and staying as cool as you can.
Mm-hmm. This week, we're taking a look at movies that have been made into TV shows. And did they work out? Can a movie really translate to TV? Because I think it's almost easier for a TV show to be made into a movie. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think that makes more sense, at least, from a producer's point of view. I would think it would be less risky, even though movies generally cost more to make. I imagine your typical film producer probably wouldn't lose much sleep over trying to hold the attention of a loyal audience for 2 hours, versus a TV producer trying to take a popular movie and squeeze as many episodes or seasons out of it as they can. Mm-hmm. But we know it can be done. So take Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Okay.
The comedy didn't do so well at the box office. That was in 92, but fast forward 5 years, it's got a new cast, new twist, and went on to be a successful series for another 6 or 7 seasons, I think.
Yeah. It really kind of blew up afterwards, and and dare I bring up even Sex and the City, a TV show that was originally a TV show on Showtime, and then they went on to make 2 major motion pictures, and the fan base still is asking for more. Mm-hmm. But one of the characters, I think it was Samantha Jones, did not want to, I can't remember her name. What is her name? She was in Mannequin. The main why can't I remember that name?
We'll have to check
I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss right now.
Listeners,
but anyway.
call it in. You can hit us up on the hashtag Nigel and Natty.
This Samantha Jones, yeah, she didn't want to come back and do a third film. She was like, I'm sick of this. So, but the other characters were more than willing to do it. But I think Buffy is a great example of a film first. And we got a lot of others. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But since I spent years of being a hermit long before COVID hit, right?
You were a hermit before being a hermit was cool?
Yeah. It really was.
Gotcha.
I like being inside. Anyway, especially during the summer. It's too hot out.
Oh, yeah. I'm
going to start off with, more relatively recent stuff, like the movie The Craft. Mm-hmm. This was a great film. And it came out in 96, directed by Andrew Fleming, and the all-powerful source of energy called Manon. This film was such a hit that they are now coining this movie a teen cult classic of the 90s. And we just did our,
so we did, if you guys haven't heard the episode on cult classics, might want to give that a listen.
Yeah, and this is, like I said, I mean, I loved this film when it first came out. Most of my friends, we can remember playing that light as a feather, stiff as a board game in all sleepers. You all know that. All of y'all had sleepovers. Yep. Anyway, but The Craft inspired the TV show Charmed, produced by Constance Berg and Aaron Spelling. You know Aaron Spelling, don't you?
Oh, sure.
I mean, he created most television shows.
Is that Beverly Hills 90210? Was that?
That's him. He did like everything from early 80s stuff that I was surprised that he was a part of. Mm-hmm. And well beyond. I mean, this was just one. Oh, he also, did he help? No, he didn't. He didn't help with that one. But he helped with I can't even name them all. But this show alone was named in the top 20 of all time in the category of magic and supernatural shows. In any given season, they had 7.7 million viewers weekly.
Yow.
And it's my first example of movies gone TV successfully. And number 2, example-wise, Alien Nation. I don't know if you saw that movie, Alien Nation.
I did not see that one.
Okay. But if you get a chance, in terms of sci-fi flicks, it's great. And it came out in 1988. It's about a whole alien race that they had a slave system on board the spaceship, and when they got here, nobody realized that they were bringing this culture of slavery from outer space.
They were exporting or importing importing their own unique brand of alien slavery.
Yes. Yes, and then they're trying to integrate with our population and everything. It was really a good movie. They brought in like their own form of drug use and all this crazy stuff, but in TV, it definitely expanded on the movie, which was fun, but it only aired for one season on Fox. And compared to, say, Charmed, which aired 8 seasons and then had a reboot just a few years later because people wanted more, I and even TV Guide was really shocked that they really felt like this television show was canceled way too early because they went into those topics of drug addiction and
they got in there.
Yeah, they
down
did.
And dirty.
It was really good.
Yeah.
And some funky stuff about people that you wouldn't. The practice of Halloween. They did an episode on the Halloween, and you see these aliens, and they're like, "I'm supposed to stab this pumpkin," and they're like, "This is sadistic. This is disgusting." And you see this mom, and she's stabbing the pumpkin, and she's just absolutely mortified. But we're like, it's fun. We find this ritual fun.
Yeah.
Gut it.
Do it. Yeah. Well, more on, I mean, we gotta really do an episode on aliens. I mean, more on that a little bit later, but, I guess it really depends on what people are interested in at any given time. And how long you're going to be able to hold that interest. Like sci-fi and fantasy, I think it seems to remain popular. Vampires, of course, zombies. But sometimes you just got to be there when the lightning strikes, right?
Yeah.
So aliens might be one of those themes that just comes and goes in waves. I don't know if do you remember V?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that I guess that one started as a miniseries in '83. And then it ran as a regular series the following year.
Yes.
And but that one, I don't think that one was based on a movie.
Yeah, but it was great. Do you remember them peeling their skin off?
Yeah, we're going to get into that maybe later. We should get into an episode on lizard people, reptiles.
Because they're out there.
Yeah.
They're out there, people.
They are.
You know who you are.
Yeah. But what else? Planet of the Apes, that one, of course, was a movie. But I don't think the TV series that started in the fall of '74, that one didn't really catch on so much.
Really?
In '74?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Am I missing something, or did you?
Well, I just remember being glued to the TV with my brothers, but that could have just been us, that we just loved all things sci-fi.
Yeah. Well, sci-fi,
Clearly, you're as much of a sci-fi buff
fans,
as I am.
Sci-fi fans gonna sci-fi, So, no disrespect.
Yeah.
But there's more.
There is more. Number 4 is a great one. Karate Kid. We all know the Karate Kid movies. Pat, wherever you are, we
Wax
love
on,
you and
wax
miss
off.
you. Hell yes. Dio Waxon. You have become an icon, which you are immortalized in TV and movies all over the place with the phrase, "You Miyagi'd me," or "You've just been Miyagi'd." I'm Miyagiing you right now. No, I'm just
You Miyagi me often.
Oh, that could be taken many ways. The franchise has now gone to Netflix with Cobra Kai. I don't know if you've seen this.
No, I've seen it browsing Netflix, of course.
Okay, when this first came out, I had only heard that they were making a reboot of the actual film, not one that was a remake, but where they just remake the whole movie and just put a new date on it. But
right.
I had initially heard that they were going to star the original cast as
Okay.
the movie. They were just going to continue the story. And then I heard nothing about it, and everybody was wondering, well, are they going to come out with this? Are they going to do it? And all those commercials from the QuickBooks with the antagonist John Kreese, talking about more mercy. I mean, at first I was like, why are you saying
More mercy?
Yeah, more mercy. You know, with his koala kai, and I was like, what is this?
What is going on?
I don't know why he's
What happened?
all soft. But I had no idea that they had already started Cobra Kai, and they're now in their 4th season, and everybody is gearing up for season 5. But considering, you know, the popularity of the whole franchise, it is now on the verge of being named one of Netflix's most popular TV series ever.
Ever.
It has taken off this year, and I got to
Is that
admit,
right?
I'm gonna admit this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was out of I was curious.
Well,
I wanted to, and I ended up watching one episode and was glued for a good 4 or 5 days.
you didn't just dip your toe; you just dove right in there.
I couldn't stop. I was
Yeah.
fascinated to see all of them, and Daniel trying to lift that leg and kick high.
Right.
He's older than me.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't. Y'all don't need to know how old I am. But
Scratch
but there
that.
he was, and it was. It's a great show.
Mm-hmm.
I was really surprised. I thought it was going to be so cheesy, and sometimes it is, but it's still that good because you want to see those characters.
Mm-hmm.
And another one, number 5, Parenthood. Have you seen that film from the? I want to say early '90s.
I don't think so.
Steve Martin,
Yeah, no, I miss that one too.
Rick Moranis, Keanu Reeves, and it was one of Joaquin Phoenix's first films. He was just a bay, like
Joaquin.
just tall. Maybe I want to say he was maybe 10 in that film.
Okay.
I didn't even recognize
Just
that
a pup.
yeah, he looks totally different. I didn't even recognize him actually when I looked at the photo.
Huh.
But Mary Steinberg, Diane West, it's an all-star cast, a hilarious commentary on the modern family life, and became a TV show in 2010 from the original release of the movie in 89, 21 years earlier. I mean, they didn't even bother. I mean, and maybe that says something to their ability to write TV shows lately. Where are you writers? Anyway, it ran for 6 seasons, and I got to say, I did watch the pilot, but only got through a few episodes. When I quit watching, I had no idea that the show had done as well as it did. I was
Right.
off for
Yeah.
college and
Yeah.
doing all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff, so I wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah. No, it's interesting though. What you were talking about, like these days we can watch a bunch of episodes all at once, right? Just in, you know,
Fawning.
yeah, you know, you couldn't do that. With broadcast, you had to wait a whole week
I know.
for the next episode, right?
Agonizing.
When it-
Absolutely agonizing. All you millennials don't know
Yeah.
the suffering.
You don't know how good you have it. We had to wait an entire week. Yeah. But so there's this term we even have that, you know, binge watching, people say, right?
Which I do often.
And so just how the technology changed our entertainment consumption, that's got to play into how writers approach projects nowadays.
True.
And sometimes, you know, that's just like the movie gets a complete reimagining, a new audience. You know, I'm thinking specifically of like animated TV series for kids. Men in Black, I think that did fairly well, like 5 seasons, I want to say.
They made Men in Black into a TV show?
Men in Black animated kids series.
Wow.
Yeah, that was on. Was it WB or something?
I did not know that.
Yeah, then Beetlejuice. They made that one an animated thing for ABC. That one ran on ABC for a while.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did it do well among the kids?
I think so. I think it was several seasons. I don't know. I don't want to guess. But I think it did fairly well.
Please bring back Saturday morning cartoons.
So, yeah,
please.
we need all those old school Saturday morning cartoons. We need to bring those back. I mean, you can probably find them somewhere if you search around enough. I imagine they're out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Besides YouTube, I mean.
Right. I do. I just miss it. It was a whole thing. I remember on Saturdays when the lineup was really good, I remember getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning because the earliest one was at 5:30.
Wow. I mean, it was like a ritual.
Was. Grab your bowl of cereal, sit on the floor.
Exactly.
And switch between shows.
Uh-huh.
I was that into it. I was. But it's interesting what you're saying about how technology affects the whole the way we watch these shows and how that affects the writers themselves. That is very interesting because I just binged on another it was a new show to me, Stranger Things. I don't know if you've seen this on Netflix.
You've told me about it. I've heard lots about it. Yeah.
Oh, well, yes, because it's the show that I was binging on.
It's the
hardcore
shiz.
It is the shiz.
Is the shiz nitty?
It is disgusting. It is gross out fact, people. Stranger Things in many places could be a 7 or an 8. So maybe not something for the kiddies.
Yeah.
Right. All right.
Okay.
Nigel.
Warning.
This is a warning to all of you. It's not something for the kids. But I have to say, from the first episode, I was captivated. And then I just learned, as they're going into, I didn't even realize that the 4th season was the latest one. And I was like, oh, when's the 5th season coming out? And they were talking about it. And apparently, the 5th season will be the final season. So sorry, kiddies. For all of you Stranger fans. The people, I'm so glad you brought this up because the Duffy brothers, I think it's the Duffy brothers who wrote this together, they already knew, since it was going to be on Netflix and they know how people watch, they knew from the very beginning, before they ever even filmed the end of the first season, how the entire storyline was going to go, the story arc was going to go until the very last episode they produced. They knew about how many seasons they wanted to do. They have stuck to that. They knew what was going to do when all through all those seasons. So I was like, what? Yeah. Why would you try and plan an entire TV series, a complete series, before you've even done the first 3 episodes?
Yeah.
Now.
Because we'll watch them like it's a movie, like kind of thing, I think.
Yeah, I thought that was fascinating. I thought that was fascinating. Fascinating little tidbit. And I guess what I'm saying is that depending on the writers and the cast, a movie can become a great TV show, especially since new shows are constantly needed. And I have to admit, it seems like Netflix and Apple are really doing numbers on ABC, NBC, and CBS, because I haven't seen a lot of new shows that had the sticking power of Friends or, say, The X-Files in a while.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it's seems like an ongoing battle between like the traditional like broadcasters trying to keep up with streaming platforms and all this. It's changing all the time, and it's a bit dizzying sometimes how many options we have, like to see movies and series and but yeah. So that's going to do it for this edition of Natty and Nigel at the Movies. We hope that our SMT listeners out there have been able to find us. We are now at nigelandnatty.com. And of course, you can hit us up on social media with our hashtag NigelAndNatty. Tune in Wednesdays for new episodes. Until next time, Nigel and Natty out.